Hey y'all, it's your girl Anna.
Your girl Jazz. Welcome to Guileless Intentions, where we're keeping it real, uncut, and unfiltered.
Some of you guys may recognize us from our previous platform, Instagram Live, Wine with the Sign Sundays and Get It Off Your Chest Wednesday.
But now we have a new home at S.TREET Media, where you can soon find us on the multiple streams of platform. So today, guys, we are very excited and very honored to have a special guest.
Special guest in the building.
Shelly the Creative.
Yeah.
Also known as
Scorpio.
Yes.
Big supporter of
Very
GI.
big supporter.
Big Scorpio. Thank you.
So today we will have a very controversial topic in which we will be talking about privacy in committed relationships and different levels of privacy.
Should it exist?
Or should it not exist?
Should there be a little bit?
Welcome to the show, Shelly. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Anastasia.
You've been rocking with us since day one, girl.
Yo, I've been in the comments heavy. Because I don't got nothing to do at home.
Not nothing to do.
Well, we thought that you would be the perfect person to talk about this with because you have something special and special happening in your life this month. Mrs.
Davila?
From hot girl
to housewife?
to housewife. Woo! Congratulations.
I still like the streets though a little bit.
It is annoying. Not the streets.
The streets be calling my name, but so is my man. my man.
So how do you feel? Like, y'all, I feel like there's different levels to relationships and there's different levels to privacy. So your relationship is moving, you transition from dating, moving in together, and now the engagement and the wedding is happening this month. So how do you feel about privacy amongst each other in y'all relation, in y'all dynamic?
Well, Anastasia, honestly, I'm a nosy person. I'm not sure if it's the Scorpio in me or what, but I'll be looking over my shoulder like, who you texting? Who Lucy? Oh,
Period.
That's your mom.
Period.
I thought it was two eyes in that one. But honestly, I'm nosy, so I feel like I'm biased. But I feel like there should be a certain level of privacy in a relationship.
And privacy in what sense? What would you feel should be like, okay, I should have this and my partner not know about it?
You know what? If you're not doing nothing wrong, you can keep some things to yourself. Mm-hmm. I personally feel like finances, even though it's a big thing, I would like to keep that to myself. And that's something that my personal relationship that I feel like sometimes a little bit uncomfortable sharing with my partner.
But, okay, when you are getting married, though, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times you guys start investing together, making purchases together. So that requires W-2s, W-4s, all that type of stuff. How do you do that? How do you navigate around that? Like, how are you able to, go half with your partner on these things, or however y'all have 730, whatever works for y'all, and not disclose your financial information?
You're right. You make a really good point, but I feel like sometimes I'm a little bit insecure about my finances because I'm a wild spender. And my man look at my bank statement, he gonna see Uber Eats, Rainbow, Popeyes, like
Amazon.
Sis, don't you know we trying to get a crib? Sometimes I can't stop. So
That's another topic.
that's another topic. But I don't want to be put out there like that. Even though we 3 years deep, that's something I'm a little bit still insecure about. Wow. So that's a level of privacy that I personally would like in my relationship.
What about you, Jazz? What you think about financial privacy?
Well, I did a Capricorn, honey. And y'all, them Caps, if it's not about money, it don't make sense.
They love that money.
Yeah, so I feel that finances should be on the table, especially when you're moving in with your partner. Like you guys are already in that stage, you guys are engaged. But I feel like when you take the step to move in with your partner, I feel like it's both of you guys' responsibility to be some sort of financially stable. If not heading toward that direction, that way what you lack, it won't fall on your partner when it comes to bills, when it comes to investing. When it comes to things like that, I feel like that's very important in a relationship. My relationship, as you, I'm the spender, and I'm always getting the ear in. Oh, what you doing? Money, this, that. But at the same time, I do have a job. I do get paid. I do what I gotta do. But his level of how money should be and managing money is completely different than mine. I feel like, money gonna come again. Like,
I feel like the same way.
Right.
Come
we
and
live
go.
once.
You can't go to bed with it. Can't go
Right.
to sleep
You
with
can't
it.
die with it.
Can't die with it.
So that's one thing. But I do understand, like, him wanting to be financially secure. That way we don't have to overwork, or we don't have to work until we 65 like our parents did. And we can set ourselves up, set our children up for something different. Not that I have kids yet, but I'm just saying.
Right.
So you feel like privacy in a financial committed relationship is necessary?
It is necessary.
Privacy is not necessary.
No, I feel like going into a relationship in general, I feel like you guys should be financially secure as individuals. But when you're moving in together with someone, I feel like that should be put on the table. That way you know what your partner has, what you don't have. That way you guys could build stronger, or you guys know where you guys need to both improve in some capacity.
Well, let me say this.
I'm about to get to you, girl. I'm about to get
I was
right
about
to
to
it.
ask
I'm about to
Because
ask
y'all just got that apartment.
Yeah.
So that was a very big step in our relationship. Our relationship is fairly new. Shout out to us. We about to make a year.
Woo!
But moving in together, it's required for both of us to give our financial information in order to move forward with getting our new place. So that was something that was a little bit nerve-wracking for me because I'm also very independent and not used to having to share that type of information with anybody outside of myself. But I will say this. In previous relationships or situationships, I have believed in privacy, but it hasn't always been, I used to have a history of liking not shit guys in the streets. And sometimes it was like I wondered if I didn't want to feel like I was making more. I feel like I know a lot of women that are like successful, and sometimes you don't feel comfortable sharing your financial information because what if it intimidates your partner?
Exactly.
It could either intimidate your partner or it could make them lazy and be like, I'm about to get a free ride. Remember that bum? Jeff?
Let's talk about the bums. We moved up since then, girl.
I'm
Not
just
the
saying,
bums.
but so privacy and finances, I think it varies depending on a case-by-case basis.
So what you trying to do? You trying to look at each other pay stubs and match it up and see how you spending your money on a monthly basis? Or how do you expect your partner to know what your finances look like?
I feel like when you're in a responsible relationship, I feel like there should already be a monthly budget for the household.
Yeah.
So with the household, if you have a monthly budget for the household, all the bills is paid, we put our money in for the bills or whatever, and after that is paid off or whatever, and you have your own money left over, your own little stash or whatever, you do what you please to do with it, I feel like that's okay. Because all the bills is paid.
Right.
Everything's handled, and now I can go do what I want to do, get my hair done, nails done, whatever. And I don't hear nothing from that because I put my little chunk in for the monthly expenses.
But let me just say this. I'm always paying attention.
Oh,
So I don't need to ask you to see your pay stub.
listen.
To realize that something's a little bit off. If you're working a certain amount of hours served and it's a certain amount of money missing, I want to know where it's going. So, I feel like, you don't have to do invade. I think it should be balanced, but you should, if we on it like that, I need to know a little something about where this money's flowing or whatever, especially if we're trying to work towards better things.
Yes.
So that's financial privacy, right?
Right.
So let's talk about the phones.
Ooh.
Woo, child.
Can I ask a question? I know it's not my show, but I'm going to ask y'all a question. At what point should you have your significant other's phone password?
I've been with my dude for 8 years.
Grandfathered in.
Exactly.
I feel that you can have your partner's password. I say, like, after, if y'all solid and everything's like what it's supposed to be and y'all all in agreement,
Yeah.
I think after a year, a password could be given.
A year?
I feel like a year, yeah, because because people change every day, and you're still in the dating phase in the year. Like you don't know which way. If y'all every case by case.
Yeah, because for us it was when we moved in together.
Oh, okay.
My guy, well, he never not told me I couldn't be on his phone, but I noticed the difference in his behavior. Like if the phone is on, and before we moving in, it's like we both looking at the same time. You know, it's buzzing, and we both looking at the same time. So. But after we moved in together, and I feel like he realized, okay, like this is the direction we going, and it's a little bit more like it's ringing. You could go pick it up, you know, or this is the code. It's like, and I feel like providing that comfortability for me made me I don't even remember what the code is, because if you're acting like you hiding something, you acting like you want too much privacy. Now I'm making it my business to remember.
It seems sus.
What the code is. Yeah.
It seems sus when you're acting like you want too much privacy. What are you trying to hide?
Right.
Whose name is under who at this point?
Why is Domino's calling you every day?
Why Domino's talking about Gluck Gluck? What?
And I cooked today. Gluck Gluck 2000.
But
what happened?
Women, we know like that phone situation could go real right, real left, real quick.
It could go bad.
I feel when you go looking for something, you find something.
Oh, I'm gonna tell it.
I do not care.
I'm gonna tell it.
I don't care if something that it could be mediocre.
We want to hear it.
Oh, you liking a butt picture or something stupid?
I'm
like,
gonna
you
tell
gonna
it,
find
Jazz.
something. Let's talk about it. Cause we gonna talk about it.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you when it went real wrong, real quick.
Talk about it.
I'm not even gonna disclose who this person is, cause I don't know who watching. But if you know, you know. I went through this man's phone one day. Not my man. Not my man.
No, your fiancé, baby.
Not
Your
my
fiancé. But let them know.
Not him. I went through somebody's phone and saw pictures. And I'm not going to be canceled by people. But I saw some pictures of somebody who identified as transsexual when I was in a relationship.
And you weren't aware of this?
No.
Wow.
No.
And we're not knocking nobody, but,
not knocking nobody.
You
That's
have
why
an obligation to honesty in your relationship, and that's what makes
saying.
it wrong.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. And then from then on, it's kind of like, yo, all right, I may have broke his privacy by looking at his phone during that time, but now I'm like, damn, I'm glad I checked, because some people want to be in relationships that's open like that, but I don't. You understand? So that was, to me, like a deal breaker in that situation.
So you feel like invasion of privacy can be justified depending on circumstances?
Yeah, but let's say I didn't find that picture, right? Then what?
Would
it be justified?
No.
That I did that?
You would have been still lying.
Yeah.
He would have been lying.
He would have been lying.
Would she have been justified for breaking in without? All right. I want to say this. Every single time I have went into someone's phone, I have found
what you needed,
what I wanted, what I did not but wanted to find. If that makes sense.
You shall find.
Yes, and what I had to realize was I had to make a decision. Once I find the information, what am I going to do with it? Because if you're not going to leave, what is the point?
You got to be ready to go.
You got to be ready to go.
Right.
All right. So now I feel like if you're doing certain behaviors that make me feel like I need to invade your privacy, that I might do it, but I'm not just going to up and just do it, because if I'm not prepared to leave this, because sometimes people think they're happy. A lot of people think they're happy, and then they find out that there's something else going on. You know, if I'm not prepared to deal with my real truth, and I love my bubble I live in, I'm not going to go looking.
I hear you. And listen, I learned my lesson. I've, again, been my dude for 8 years. I learned my lesson with going through. I feel like my phone is my phone, because I don't want you going through my phone. Not that I'm doing anything, have nothing to hide. I feel like there's different levels of privacy with the phone. Password is one thing, but literally every other day or every other week you're going through your partner's phone, that's a sense of insecurity. You don't trust your partner. If you don't trust your partner, you shouldn't be with them anyway.
It's annoying.
I didn't go to school to be an FBI agent. So why am I going through my partner's phone every other day, every 2 weeks? Like, no, whatever's in that dog, it's gonna come to the light. Trust and believe that.
What did Drake say? I cannot convince you that I love you for a living.
Listen.
Quotes.
So because of that, Drake said it first. Like, I'm not.
You know, Jazz, though, even in the beginning of the relationship I'm in now, I did go through his phone.
No, I
did that. He know I went through his phone.
She's keeping it guileless.
I'm keeping it at 100. And you know what? You ain't gonna catch me. You ain't never gonna catch me. I'm too street smart.
I feel like women don't really get caught.
But after a while, I didn't have to. After a while, I felt like, all right, what's the need? Like,
because he made you feel secure.
You made me feel secure after a while. Any issues was addressed and nipped in the bud. Right. I don't have to go through it. But if I need access to his phone, I have it. But I don't just now use it to go through his phone for nothing, looking for stuff.
Yeah.
There's stuff I'm gonna find it.
What about the social media? Do you feel like, because privacy can be a concept in social media, a lot of people do not post their partners.
I don't.
At all. A lot of people say they're going to post their partners at the wedding or something like that. And they've been in long-term relationships. And sometimes these people are happy, but there's a lot of people that feel that privacy is really sneakiness. And they're hiding something. So what do you guys think about that?
Yo, no. I haven't posted mine. He engaged to me. I still haven't posted him. Not because...
I think you got one post of the engagement and that's it.
And you know what? I don't want no bad juju from nobody because I feel like the minute I post him, stuff is going to go wrong. And I don't know why I feel that way. I just feel that way. Like, things have been solid for the last 3 years. If you know us, you know us. If you cool with us, you cool with us and you know what it is. But my social media life is kind of different than my real life. And it's not wildly different. But some things I like to hold close to me and just enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah. What about you, Jazz?
Honestly, I never been that girl to post my man on my social media. I just feel like that part of my life, people know I'm not single. Don't get me wrong. People know I'm not single. My partner's not a secret. But for me, I don't feel my social media, I don't need you all over my page. You have your own page, you do something on your own page. We come together here and there, that's cool. But I feel like I don't feel the need to post my man everywhere. I live with him. I go home to him. I just feel that I feel like when is that be my sense of individuality? If you on my page, you on my phone, I live with you. I'm constantly. It's just too much. I need something. Oh, just Jasmine.
It's just for you.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because go back to MySpace. Right.
Oh.
Who them days? I mean, BBM, MySpace. Because I think MySpace was the first platform that you could really post a picture.
Yeah.
I was not posting anybody. And I remember with an ex, I didn't post that person until there was like a significant change in our relationship. We had a child. Like, I posted the person when the child was 2 years old. So people, if you're not in my real life circle, they're like, what? You know, I'm posting my personal stuff. I feel like now the relationship I'm in, I am comfortable. This is the first boyfriend I've posted, and there's no ties of children or anything like that, because I feel completely sure. You know what I'm saying? And I know you could say you could never feel sure, but I think like when you know, you just know. Like it's, you know, it's just something different. I just felt. And I'm hot. If you know, I'm previous hot girl A.
I know that.
I'm the queen of the hot girls. I was.
Listen,
and I'm the
hot
queen.
girl army.
I met my sister.
And I'm the queen of the housewives.
So
So for me to do that, I feel like I really had. So for me to say like I would just post any and everybody, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. Like I agree with Jasmine. That's my identity. That's who I am. But I feel like if you have that like there's certain moments that we experience that I'm not putting on Instagram, that privacy aspect, but I was comfortable posting and letting it be known, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I be kind of scared. Like, damn, if it all go down, I gotta delete everything. Now people go into my page like, damn, ain't no more traces of old boy. Let me slide through and be like, like,
I don't know. It just I always just been very hesitant with that. I've been with my dude for 8 years. Like I have posted.
In the whole relationship, you haven't.
I feel like I post him always on a story.
You don't even post him in a close friends?
I just post him.
No, I seen the clip the other I said,
close
oh,
friends.
she's in a good mood.
Yeah.
She getting a whole, she gave my whole
in a good mood to
storyline on
post
close friends. I'm like,
It was National Boyfriend Day, y'all, and I was like, well, I got a boyfriend.
and it was
Let
his
me
holiday.
post.
It was his holiday. She gave him. I said, Jasmine must be happy.
But
'cause she was close
listen,
friends.
I do not post, and it just is not because like times has been bad, of course, but times has been great. But we're in a great space now. It just even when we're in a good space, I just feel like why I gotta post you? Like we know we together.
If he asked you to post him, would you?
Yeah, but he doesn't.
But if he did,
Yeah,
Is he
you
big
would.
on social media?
he's on social media too, but
he doesn't post you either though. I think
he
y'all
posts
have
on
an
birthdays.
understanding.
Yeah, we post on birthdays.
My man got a mystery page. He just follows. He made it. He follows me. He don't post nothing. He sends me funny videos all day about dogs and food.
But he doesn't really.
He don't post nothing
But I feel like
at
everything, whatever works for your relationship.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
What I was trying to say is like I feel like her man. I've seen him post you in his stories a lot of times.
Yeah, he posts
But
me.
I feel like y'all both okay with it. As long as
Yeah.
both people are okay with it, it's fine. If somebody wants to be posted and recognized, and the other person,
Yeah, that's
says it's
sus.
a privacy. Because a lot back to the whole topic of privacy. I've seen a lot of people say I don't want anybody in my personal business. But some people feel like they need that validation. For me, it's not necessary. Like if the person I'm dating with never posted me, but I felt like the relationship was healthy, and I feel like a lot of times, like we know, it wouldn't bother me. It's just a choice.
You know what will bother me? If my man was outside, like he was an outside person, and he posted everybody else except me.
Yeah,
that will bother me.
Yeah.
That would bother me.
Some
too.
guys that post every woman under the sun except they female, and
I'm
I don't
telling you.
jack that.
I would feel kind of insecure about that,
Yeah.
and that would be a problem. And then I would have to go through your
He's
phone to see what's
outside,
up.
yeah.
You're outside, and you sneaky.
Yeah, you see?
And you're sneaky. You're up to something.
So let's talk about the level of privacy when it comes to your significant other's family relationships. And I'm talking about, the siblings, the mama you probably don't like, the grandmama. Like, let's talk about the privacy levels when it comes to your man dealing with his own family.
Well, you know what? I don't know because his family is pretty like non-confrontational. They're good people. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. They're great people. So it's really never no drama going on over there. But Chris don't mind hearing about my family drama. He don't mind hearing about that.
But do you feel like I'm the type, I'm very selective about the information I share within my relationship with anyone. Like you could think I'm telling you, but I'm not, So especially when it comes to your spouse's family, are you comfortable? Like I'm very, like if he's moving like he don't want them to know, I'm not calling up auntie, cousin, and stuff on his side and talking about our problems. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I have my own tribe for that. So
what I've learned over time is to handle our issues amongst ourselves for a while, And if I need to seek guidance, I'm going to talk to an elder. I'm going to talk to my aunt. I'm going to talk to my mom about it, when the time is right. If I feel like we haven't been able to resolve it on our own, I'm going to talk to them before I run to everybody else. That's been helpful over the time because before I used to go to everybody, my friends, anybody I would listen to me, I would run to. But now that's been helpful. We don't have many problems at this moment, but nothing's ever perfect,
right?
So I might need counsel, but I'm not gonna run. At that time, we having that argument. Oh, what's your opinion on this? What's your opinion on that? Yeah. I don't need their opinion at that point. I don't want to show too much weakness in that aspect. I
want to say this. I have a best friend. It's just three of us, been best friends since we were little girls. And, you're so used to sharing with your group chat, your girl chat. I think when she got engaged and married, in the beginning, it was easier to vent about, because this is a new experience for you, so you're going to your girls. But I think, without saying what I think she realized and what I could only guess is that when you're married specifically, and I want to keep coming back to that because that's your journey right now. I think that what happens in a marriage, the guy stay in a marriage. So it's like as friends, we check in like, y'all good, everything good. You're going to say, yeah, we all right. But I feel like unless it's extremely to the point where it's something that you just cannot, you have to share. Yeah. I feel like it's very important. I'm not a married woman, but I would think it's very important to protect your relationship, even with your closest friends. Maybe they don't have no bad intentions.
Yeah.
But that privacy between you and your partner where not every single thing, and I'm not talking about if he's bashing your head into the wall. But I'm talking about y'all having fights and arguments about certain things. Because sometimes you go to people and you don't protect that privacy, and now you and that person made amends.
Not
But
everyone
they
else
still
remember.
that
They didn't
grudge against
forget.
your partner.
And they didn't
Because
forget.
you didn't protect that privacy of your relationship. You know, I think that that's really important too. Like, you should not be telling your homeboys every time I piss you off.
Yeah.
At all.
Because they gonna think I'm the worst, but you still love me. So don't tell them everything until you're really ready to leave.
I don't feel like I feel like it's okay to have family or even friend outlets when you're in a relationship, but I feel like that should be understood within your relationship, right? Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna run to my dude's mom venting about him. Like, at the end of that shit gonna be your son if 10 other chicks come running after me. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna choose her child.
Right.
That's my son.
But I feel like when I tell my friends certain things, and now we had a gathering, and then my dude come in, they looking at me the sideways, looking at him like, better act right.
And I'm definitely one of those friends.
She is.
Yeah.
She is.
And I don't hide it.
Yep.
Do not, like, it's no relationships is perfect. None is perfect. But I feel like I'm that friend if I feel like my friend can do better, or if I feel like you're taking my friend through water or something like that, and y'all have moved on to a better place. It's very hard for me, but I try to be supportive of all my friends' decisions no matter what. And then sometimes if you're really a close friend, you have a relationship with their partner too.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, my loyalty is to
my friend.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at her like, all right, I'm looking at you like, okay, you good for now, but I know what you did.
Right.
You know, but that goes with, you know, but you it's levels.
It's levels.
But at what point, Anastasia, do you move on from whatever trauma that man caused your friend? When do you move on if your friend already moved on?
When I see it not becoming a repeated activity.
Okay.
If we not doing this every 6 months.
No.
We're not doing this every
Don't
6 months.
do that. Because you don't. Cause people change.
It's many situations.
People do change.
Like I said, it's different situations.
Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. Okay, Eve was trying to tell her friend to leave, and then she was at the cemetery. I'm not gonna be that friend. I'm not gonna be that friend.
She's not.
I'm not. We're not getting that far.
You're not, but I think if your friend is happy and she not in any danger, then you gotta be happy.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's levels. It's levels to what the problem is. You know, like I said, you can't tell me your man's kicking your head through the door. That's just
daily basis.
But y'all gonna go through. Everybody go through their relationship stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's certain things that as a friend, and I'm like, well, you know what? If you want me to really accept your guy, if you know deep down in your heart that you're just mad right now, don't tell me certain things.
Exactly.
Don't tell them to me because I'm gonna look at them funny.
No, I know I did say that I open up to my family, right, when I have to. But sometimes you just got to get something off your chest without feeling like being judged. So if they feel like they can't come to you and they just want to vent, right, they don't want no judgment, who do they go to if you having that point of view?
But I don't think it's necessarily judgment of the friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't judge. I try my best not to judge anybody in their relationships and privacy.
Let me tell you, she's not a judger. But let me tell you, she a straight shooter. And sometimes they will be ready for them. We don't be ready for them straight shooters. But as the piggyback off what she said, it's not judgment. It's being blunt and honest.
Oh, okay.
But sometimes when you in the situation, you ain't ready for honesty. You're not ready. You're not ready to be told. You're not being. You just want to vent. But sometimes people be like, you have to pick and choose your friends who you come to with certain situations. Yeah. You can't be telling your friends one thing that not that friend and then expect a different outcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah.
This one right here, I gotta be real detailed, very, very detail oriented. Like, let me make sure I'm saying the right thing because she coming with straight solutions. She's not coming with the venting ears.
She's not coming to listen, really.
She wants solutions. So certain people listen to have solutions for you, and some people listen to you just to vent.
But then your partner might get mad at you like, okay, your homegirl that was also my homegirl is looking at me funny. Why'd you tell her my business? You know, I've been in that situation too.
How did you handle that? How did you handle that?
Well, I just had to explain, like, you know, it's not like I'm disrespecting our privacy, but she kept me from beating your ass. Like, I needed to, because you can't really, I feel like the worst thing is like the privacy with your family. You know what I'm saying?
Friends.
Your family is different.
But sometimes friends are family. Let's just put that out.
No, friends are
I have
family,
a lot of friends
but like if you
family.
tell your mother or your father or your sister or sibling certain things about your spouse, and you break that privacy, it's bad.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And this person's family too, depending on where y'all going in a relationship.
Girl, you all in.
Listen,
you're
I'm
all in.
I'm all in. And there's been times with my friends and my current fiance where things haven't been great. But I think it comes to, like you said, showing those people, those friends, especially the friends that has become family, like, listen, I know it hasn't been great then, but things have changed. I'm more consistent and we've grown together. And with that, you can't say nothing about it.
And a real friend is going to respect it. Like I said, I'm not the person to tell somebody to leave, and I'm not going to not speak to you. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm going to always just give you my real opinion. You know what I'm saying? Always. If you trust me enough to tell me that private part of your life, I'm just going to give it to you raw shooter. But I would never tell your partner, I'm not the type of friend to disrespect and tell your partner, like, this person told me your personal business. And
but she can't hide her face. Like,
nah, I know she can't.
Real story, y'all. I gotta share. Real story.
I ain't hear this.
Real story. Anna's my bitch. Like, that's my road doggy. That's my bitch. I be telling her certain things about my relationship. So my boyfriend would be like on some, tell her Anna I said hi. But mind you, she on speakerphone.
You cannot have certain people on speaker.
She be like, hey. Like, you my bitch, hey. That's it. Like, and that's after we was beefing. I went into her mad shit. She's like, oh, just hey. And then after I got off the phone, well, yo, why Anna just said hey to me? Like,
because I'm usually the, how you doing,
bro?
What you doing? What's up? What we chilling?
No, it was straight
I cannot.
Straight like, hey. And he was just like, that was kind of dry. I'm just like, well, you've been acting dry lately. It's been a dry spout here. Like, what can I tell you? And then I'm like, yeah, you could have been a little more enthusiastic. He was like, Jazzy, you know I can't hide it. You know I'm going to tell her. You know I'm going to say regular, da-da-da-da. I'm just like, oh, you right. The Taurus in her.
Yo, she have to. She
can't help it. She cannot help
Certain people you cannot put on speaker if you know shit is not going right. I'm one of them. Do not put me on speaker.
This one right here.
Bro, when you around certain people, you got to be like, oh, I'm not alone. Okay. You're on speaker and I'm not alone.
Oh, this is what I want to ask.
Uh-oh.
All right, back
I'm
to
nervous.
privacy and relationships. So you have a man or a woman, and when you met them, they already had the opposite sex of a best friend.
Here we go.
Oh, man.
Okay. Talk about it.
So is it okay for your significant other to have a private relationship with this friend? Like, if you feel like, say like you're dating Chris and he got a female best friend, do you need to see the text exchanges that's going on between them? Do you need to be out with them every time they're out? Do you give him that privacy to maintain the friendship that he previously had with this person?
I don't want to be hypocritical. I don't know how I would act in that situation.
Because he doesn't have a best friend.
He doesn't have a female best friend, but I know I would feel jealous.
I'm definitely.
I'm going to feel jealous, but it's a hypocrite in me to have a close male friend, right? And expect him to understand, like, I'm not taking it there with you, right? I'm not going to take it there with him, but we're friends, right? And expect him to understand that. I don't know. I know we're not going to take it there, but I expect him to understand it, but I wouldn't understand it if the shoe was on the other foot.
So you biased?
I am biased, and I'm mature enough to admit that.
What do you think?
I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been right there, front and center. She know. One of the people I would call when I'm just like, this doesn't make sense to me. Like, it ain't adding up right. So before, we've been together for 8 years. Long story short, my boyfriend had a girl best friend for,
look at him,
for like 5 years. I say about relationship, you would say 5 years. I never met her. I briefly talked on the, like, it was like a, hey, how you doing type of thing on the phone. And so every time I would, like, oh, I want to meet her, like, what's going on, like, da-da-da-da, it will always be like, oh, that's my best friend, like, she came before you, don't worry about that.
Did you allow them to have a certain level of friendship privacy?
No, they had privacy, but he heard my wrath about it every single time. So for me, I'm just like, all right, why is it that you're so secretive or so like isolated when it comes to this friend? But
why are you protecting her so much?
Did you allow them to hang out? By themselves without you there.
I didn't say a key word there. So she lived at the time we lived in New York, and then she lived in Atlanta at the time. So they never hanged out, but they would talk, they would FaceTime, whatever.
I don't like the feeling of this.
She wanted him to be the godfather of her child. Like, they were really cool. Like, and after all was said and done, and she moved on, like, as far as she got a new boyfriend, she had a new baby. They really were friends. But I didn't understand why you couldn't give me... He felt like I'll be fake around her because I already had my own previous feelings about the situation. That's why he never wanted me to meet her.
I think it took too long for him to introduce her to you. And that's why you developed that animosity towards her.
Yes, that's what it
took too long.
I just feel like if I'm the leading lady in your life, what privacy with what female? I am the female. Everything is around me. So... there is no, you're going to maintain friendships and business relationships, friendships with the opposite sex. I'm not ignorant. But as far as y'all doing stuff on your own time, I'm not respecting that type of privacy.
What? So he can't go to the club with one of his homegirls, like a group of friends, but that's
I'm not against that. I'm not against that.
No, a group is different. Like, I have a male best friend, right? And I was very adamant about making sure that my male best friend and my guy
knew each other,
connected. You know what I'm trying to say?
You see what I mean?
You are my man. You are very important to me, but this person is important to me also in a different way. So I am about inclusivity. Did I say it right? Inclusivity.
Mm-hmm. Inclusivity.
It's a hard word. I'm sorry. I'm drinking wine. So I'm doing things that we're doing things together. I feel like the conversations that I would have 3-4 hours on the phone with my male best friend when I'm single, I'm just not doing that anymore.
Peep this. So I had a situation when me and my man was very kind of new with each other, right? I have a male friend. He calls me. Now I know we not taking it there, right? But he calls me on FaceTime with no shirt on, right? I didn't think nothing of it, right? But later on when I hung up, my man was like, "What's up with boy with no shirt on?" And I'm not. He just wanted to talk like, it's about why he had to be in the camera like that. Yeah. I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie. What's going on?
What's really good?
That's like you FaceTiming him with a bra.
You know what?
There it goes.
It had to be put in perspective like that. So I told him like, yo, you gotta apologize for that. Like, but he looking at me like, yo, like you changing. What's up with you? Like, you're not the homie no more. But nah, like certain things. Boundaries. You call me on the phone if you don't got no shirt on.
Do you think your fiance would be okay with you having the privacy, like when y'all talking and texting and engaging or hanging out with each other? Do you think that your fiance would be okay with that?
At this point in our relationship, I think so, because he tried to hit on a few other girls like that I know. So, I don't think so. But like you said, imagine he accepting a call from a girl with her bra on. Mm-hmm. I don't even care what level of bra it is, a bralette. A fucking Nike sports bra. Why the fuck you calling my man with a bra on? You looking very fucking sus. Yeah. So you gotta put things in the perspective and respect how your partner feels about things. Mm-hmm. That is a no.
Okay, I have another question for you, ladies. So, what level of privacy do you think your partner should have with you when it comes to his friends? And I'm talking about boys trips. I'm talking about strip clubs. I'm talking about what level do you feel you need to know when he's out with his boys doing men shit, doing boy shit, do you feel you need to know?
What's the dynamic of our relationship, though?
Y'all in this. Y'all living together. You engaged. I'm 8 years in.
Oh,
that's what I'm talking about.
I don't really know about these boy trips because I know that they have these notorious DR men group trips.
Anyway, foreign.
I would hope that if we're really in this, like you say, like he's just gonna know on. I don't want to have to tell you that these things shouldn't be happening. I want, I'm not your mother. I want you to make a conscious choice, and I feel like I try to give my partner space. Like even my relationship with my man, when his friends call him, I'm gonna go in the other room. They calling you, they not calling me. Unless unless they have a wife I'm talking to. Or if they coming over, I'm going in the room. I'm going upstairs, downstairs. I don't need to see him. I try to give him that privacy. But it's also sometimes you got the friends of your partners that ignite that suspicion in you. Because it's like, that their friend is a whole hoe. Your friend is a ho-ho. You know this man got a woman, a wife, whatever he got, and he's all over the place, and you want me to let you be private and talk about, I don't know about that.
Egging it on.
I don't know about that.
But, Anna, so how should your man act when you going on a girl's trip?
But you said it, Shelly. I'm about to reverse
because listen,
I'm gonna be very honest.
Yeah, let's hear this.
I feel like that's something I'm biased about. Because he don't know nothing. That I'm gonna respect the relationship. I feel like I just feel like the intimidation is like first of all, you've met most of my circle. Most of my circles, most of my girls are in relationships or walking down the aisle.
Girl.
But you got a lot of stragglers on your team. You got a lot of men that's still outside.
Yeah,
so
but
I feel like it's
what
different.
that got to do with bro though?
She
what he got to do with bro?
Question.
So you letting wait. So you letting Chris go to DR with 20 guys?
Listen, he don't know 20 guys, but I feel like I'm biased because he's not outside.
You letting Cass go to DR with 10 guys?
I swear to y'all. Let me tell y'all. I go back to the phone thing. Yes, I want my partner to feel as an individual. We're not a whole. Like, y'all, even if you're married, I feel like you're still individual.
Jazz, yes. And
I don't want to feel like we're a whole person.
But you are individuals coming together as a whole.
No, yes.
That's the difference.
That's true. But I still feel you should have your individual life outside
But you
of
could
me.
be individual without going on a DR trip with 20 guys.
I'm going to DR.
I'm going to DR with
and
my
bitches. And I might see some bitches with some big asses.
And I'm out there with my ass too.
Let me tell you something.
Let
me tell you something. I don't give a. Can I curse on here? Bleep.
Girl.
I don't give a bleep.
Not the bleep.
Let me tell you something. I'm the type of woman where if me and my man is walking in the street and I see a woman with a fat ass and she look good, I'm going to point it out to him before he
As I do all the time.
It is what it is. You know what I'm trying to say? It is what it is. But it's very different when I feel like it's sneakiness happening behind my back.
But wait.
And not everybody has a partner. Like, you would hope that your partner can think for themselves. And just because I don't want to be that girl like, just because he's doing it. But a lot of the times, bad will corrupt good before good will corrupt bad. You know what I'm saying?
But that goes back to my original thing I was saying. As an individual, for me, if you plan to be with your partner forever, and forever is a long motherfucking time.
That's the rest of your life, bro.
That's a long time. You need to let your partner have their time to be them.
That is very true.
Yes.
But it also
without your control.
But it also depends on the dynamic of your relationship, because if you know that your relationship is not healthy and y'all already going through what y'all going through, women, I don't want to hear that, because girls is in unhealthy relationships for years.
Okay.
If you know your relationship is unhealthy and you're allowing shit like that to go down, to think that because you're giving him his weight is gonna, it's not gonna make it no better.
But that's not giving his weight.
I feel like if you're no woman wakes up and be like, I want my man to go to DR with all his men.
No, but have some fucking fun.
No, but I do encourage. I can't. But so much I'm saying this podcast. I do encourage fun. I am the fun. I am the F. I am the capital queen of fun. But if you know that you're in a healthy relationship, first of all, the key word is trust. Big T. Right?
Right.
If y'all have established trust for each other and y'all understand that, then that's different. But if you're not in the best space with your partner, I don't think that it's a good idea for you to give them too much rope.
But we didn't even say
just
about
regular,
Spain. We just said in general, if your partner want to go on broke,
Josh, she don't want her nigga to go to DR.
They didn't just say it.
That nigga could go to the Bronx to get a sandwich.
They come back.
Listen,
we didn't say what spaces. We just said where you at in your relationship. Can they go?
I feel like I am gonna give you space to do certain things and enjoy yourself because I want to have space to enjoy myself and do certain things. But it's just not gonna be a free fall.
Let me tell you something.
Especially like in the situation you're in. If you're asking certain things of me and you want us to hit certain levels, it has to be a trust that. So I'm gonna give you an inch, and I'm gonna see what you do with it.
Right.
You're not gonna see what he do with it while he in DR. You're not gonna know. You just gotta trust him.
But that depends on your relationship because some people are very transparent about what they do all the time. Sometimes your partner will give you information you don't even ask for.
That's a fact.
If they're trying to earn, every relationship is different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was just saying, I wanna go on a girls trip, bitch.
My guy cousins and my brother go on well, not my brother now because he's having a child. Shout out to my sister-in-law, but they have an annual DR trip with multiple men. And it's called the girlfriend experience.
Mercedes experience?
It's called the girlfriend experience. This is before P Valley. My man is never, ever, 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 ever going to that.
You know what goes down during it.
Ever. He's never going to that.
Liz.
Why?
Because that stuff that you do when you're single is certain stuff when you're in a relationship.
But how you know he can't control himself while he's out there?
Because why would he go out there if that's what they're going out there?
No,
for?
Sometimes I'm gonna speak for myself. Even though I really enjoy partaking in very ratchet shit, right? Some people can enjoy it, but on the sidelines. And that's equally enjoying it as to participating in it for them.
If you think that your nigga is gonna go to DR, I don't know if you've been to DR?
Yep.
Okay, I've been to DR.
I've seen some DR things.
I've been to a lot of these trips. Like I said, I used to be the queen of the hot girls. If you think your nigga is going to DR with his friends and you not there and they're getting the girlfriend experience that I'm talking about, I wish I could pull it up on this thing.
I seen 2 videos
you
of
are
that.
Crazy. You are crazy.
But
because I feel like if you are still in, and I'm talking about, I'm in a real adult committed relationship. I'm trying to do, like, certain fun we're gonna have, but we're gonna experience them things together.
Yo.
It's certain things you're just, if it's really like that,
why can't we both?
We're gonna experience those things together.
You could, but sometimes it's different with your friends.
You said watch him go?
I said, why can't be both?
Why can't we what?
Why can't you guys have fun together and he still have that
Are y'all monogamous?
What does monogamy have to do with him going on the trip?
Because the trip, there's things that are gonna happen on that trip.
Not every
but
time.
But I'm no. So do you trust your partner? Do you trust your partner?
It's not about trust.
It is about trust.
You think he's gonna get his dick sucked on the trip?
You say that? Like
I expect him to. Are you crazy?
So that's why he can't go on the trip.
Because you better expect the same thing out of me. If you know that you're gonna be in the if you're with 20 other people and everybody is partaking these. You think that this man is gonna sit here like Jesus on the side?
Now you gotta show me the video of 20 men getting their shit guapped on.
You gotta have common sense. A man is a man. They're gonna do what they do. So we're not. I'm not. So
I gotta see this video.
So will you rather your man? So will you rather your man resent you for not allowing him to go on the trip, or would you rather him go on the trip and just hope
he's not gonna resent me because you're gonna date somebody that meets you where you're at. You're gonna date somebody that meets you where you're at. We're both in a space where we've both decided there's certain things we don't want to partake in, and if we're gonna partake in them, we're gonna do it together.
Okay.
Every relationship is different.
Absolutely.
You gotta make sure that when you getting with somebody and y'all really getting serious, y'all have these conversations. Like, where are you in life? What do you want? What is it that you're missing? Because if we both decide that, like, no, I'm not doing that no more. You know what I'm trying to say? It shouldn't be. I can't control nobody.
Right.
Yeah.
I can only decide what's best for me.
I'm just big on forever. And when I say forever, it's like it's
an Aquarius, so that got a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I'm very free spirited.
Free spirit unite.
Listen, I feel like because two could play that game, but I could play it better. So for
that's
me,
the point. I don't want to play.
It's
no
not
games.
even a game. It's more about like the freedom to be
Bro,
you.
You have
I don't
to
want.
do you
I don't want to
for
be.
your
I
life.
don't control. I don't control no one.
I'm gonna just tell you this. I have had in my relationship, and I'm not gonna drop no names, but in my relationship, my partner is notorious for infidelity. I've heard ex-partners complain so much about this, but they were trying. I don't have to do that. I don't have to. I never ever worried about nothing because I said what it is. I said, I don't control. I don't check the phone. I don't have to do any of that stuff. This is what it is.
Listen.
This is how I feel. If you looking for that type of fun without me, you're not ready for this level of commitment. But if you looking for that type of fun, we gonna have that type of fun together.
He ain't for everyone.
If it's not
that's
so
you guys.
every relationship is different. It tailors to you. I don't have the infidelity problems so far. I don't go through that.
But my next question is the level of privacy. So what level of privacy do your partner have to be them without feeling confined?
His friends call him to go out almost every night, and I put his clothes on the bed and tell him how he look. I don't care about stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
So
you see what I'm trying to say?
He can go out, but wait. So there's clarity. He can go outside in New York City,
of course,
but he can't go on a trip to DR.
The trip to DR is specific for a certain thing. That the trip.
No, so there's no Dominican. So there's no Dominican.
We just came back from
New York.
We just came back from Mexico. Listen, we just came back from Mexico. We know there's certain destinations, and there's certain destinations that like everyone knows if you travel for real.
Yes.
That the DR experience that the men usually go to is for a specific purpose.
Absolutely.
It's for, like you can't play dumb.
Are you in
a
relationship for what?
Jamaica.
So good the Jamaica experience. Listen, I can have a Rasta man massage me.
Exactly.
But that don't mean that's what I'm going to do.
Right. But this is my thing. I'm looking at it from...
I don't like being around the bush. I'm very black and white.
Right.
You going out there to get your D sucked or what? What's up? It's right. I'm a straight shooter.
He might say no on the way there.
Right, but he get there, man.
What type of relationship do you have? Because we're not lying to each other.
No,
it's
absolutely
very grown.
not.
No. I tell him all the time, if you go out there and you make a mistake, you better tell me before somebody else do.
You know what, Anastasia?
I want to know it all.
I think we're switching the situation because Chris is more reserved. And I'm more of like you said, a free spirit.
Yeah.
I'm a free spirit, and I feel like I like to experience everything that life has to offer.
Absolutely.
At least one time.
At least one time.
I have to. But I'm not going to Jamaica to get my titties rolled.
So if Chris wasn't, because the thing is, you gotta think about, look at Chris, and also it depends on your person.
Yep. Yeah, that too.
If Chris was you, in male form, and Chris says to you, y'all get married to it, he says, yo, Shalice, listen, me and my niggas, we rolling out. We going to DR, sis. See ya.
But you know what?
You okay?
I think Chris should know me enough that I'm not going to fuck anybody else on a trip.
No, that's not the question.
I might take my titties out.
No, that's ain't the question.
That's not the question. If Chris was exactly you, and he says, and you know who you are more than anybody else. If Chris was you and he says, I'm going out there to DR with 10 of my dudes before this wedding. I see you when I get back.
I know he's gonna look at some bitches. If he was me, he's gonna look at bitches.
This is
Guileless Intentions, where we keep it real, uncut, and unfiltered. Okay.
Listen, I don't know.
Listen, let me. I'm sorry. I'm an Aquarius, as most of my viewers know. I'm very free spirited. Very free spirited, and I have seen shit. Your nigga don't gotta go out the country to go fuck the next bitch.
That's okay. That's
man.
Okay?
That's an obvious. That's
No, it's not obvious
that's
because
an
people feel like,
obvious
the
thing.
DR experience, your nigga could be fucking the bitch next door.
But Jasmine,
it doesn't matter.
But you gotta understand that the DR experience is specifically
Yes.
for that.
But that
Your
can be
man
women.
doesn't. Your
But
man
that
doesn't
mean
leave
it's a
your
woman's
house.
house?
If your man is a decent man, he's not leaving his house every single day with that intention on his mind.
Right.
But everybody knows that that's
You
trip
know, yes,
is
absolutely.
for that.
Yes, DR, Colombia.
I just
Like,
feel
we
like-
know.
Yo,
I just feel like,
you can't go to
listen,
DR to enjoy
I'm
some
not
panini.
listen, I'm not compromising the integrity of my relationship. I was happy being single for a long time. I did a lot of shit. I did everything I wanted to do. If I made a decision to be in a committed relationship, it's because there's certain things that's gonna change.
Right.
You understand? If we doing everything we was doing when we were single, then why are we committing to each other?
But
That don't mean restrict yourself.
yeah,
But what is the
doesn't mean
difference?
that.
Well, what is the difference? If
sounds controlling.
if I'm doing every single thing I was doing when I was single, what is the difference?
But no, it's not. I'm not
doing
saying doing
everything.
every single thing. I'm saying literally my original question was, can my dude go on a trip to DR with his boys?
If my man want to
She
go
said
on
no.
guys,
That's what she
if
is,
my
that's
man
what
want
I'm
to go
saying.
on guys trips, he has guys trips coming up. That's not a problem.
But not to DR.
But I know what the specific trip to DR is for. It's not happening.
But what if he has an
You
itinerary?
can go.
Anastasia, though.
But I'm
Anna,
not-
what
but
if you have
Anna-
an itinerary? Okay, you see day 1 jet skiing, day 2 parasailing, day 3 fucking we taking a catamaran.
Like,
all right,
and then we gonna eat
You
pini
know.
after.
That's a different type of vacation. The DR experience that I'm talking about
All right, he's not going to a DR
is
experience.
specifically for that.
I've seen.
Right.
Okay.
It's specifically for that.
Y'all seen that video of that man that was saying, "Oh, I can go on guys trips. I can go on guys trips, but my girl can't go
I
on
hate
girls
him.
trip."
I
You
hate
see him?
Yeah,
You
he's
seen
a
that
dick. He's a
video?
dickhead.
Yeah, we
That was
reposted
the
that on GI
seen that a while
story.
ago.
I can't.
I didn't like that.
In the same respect, I have friends that are married, and I've been trying to get them to go on girls trips forever. And it's like, okay, it's what type of girls trip?
Mm-hmm.
Where we going? It's them choosing to respect their situation. And I don't get mad at these friends because I understand that your relationship is a different dynamic. You have to respect
Right,
your partner.
absolutely.
It's
Even
okay.
if your partner is not demanding these things of you, if
Still
you
respect them.
think that's
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay
I
to
want
set
y'all to
boundaries.
understand, I do not
Right.
control my man at all. At all.
Right.
You cannot control. I'm not nobody's mother. But if the respect and the love is there, he's gonna make these decisions on his own because he already understands. You
It's
understand?
okay to have boundaries.
So as far
Yeah.
as privacy goes, because the topic of the show is privacy.
That's what I was saying. Mm-hmm.
Do I allow him to have his space with his friends, his friendships, and of course I do. Why not? He give that to me. Why would I not do that? We wouldn't work if we. It wouldn't work. You understand? You can't robot nobody.
Yeah.
But as far as boundaries, like if it's getting too crazy, I'm gonna say something, and I don't care what anybody says. Cool.
I can't imagine some.
Me
I
again.
would
My
feel-
thought process, like again, like it's like different. Like I'm just going back. Different dynamics for different people, different strokes, different folks.
That's a fact.
Every relationship is different. It's no relationship I ever encountered.
And you know what's so crazy?
Is the same.
You're dating a Capricorn.
Exactly.
And I already know,
I know
that
Capricorns
Capricorns
is
love them.
bossy,
They love them
like-
some structure and they
Exactly.
do.
Just like
And they love them some structure
but
too.
But on the flip side, like my partner and I, we have this understanding that he wants me to be the best person that I could be, whatever that entails.
So being the best
Yeah.
person entails you going to a girls trip that is
Yes.
It's specifically
literally said-
it's specifically if the DR, because most of the times DR experiences is a guys trip.
Yeah.
So if there was a DR experience for women
Yeah.
that we know we're going out there to have dicks swung, and can I say that?
But
To
no,
swung
but
in our
that's
face.
not
Yeah,
what we go.
yeah, dude.
If literally, if I tell
But
my
that's
dude
what it's
I'm
for,
going,
though. We're not
no.
being, but
Let me
that's what
tell
it's
you
for.
something.
No, it's not. Because I'd be like, yo, bitch, we're going on a trip to Jamaica. I don't go there.
I didn't say Jimmy. There's different trips. I'm
Yo.
talking. We
girls
said
trip.
the
I'm talking about a
specific
girls trip.
Oh yeah,
I'm
a
talking
girls
about-
trip.
wait, I don't
Different.
care to go to DR. We know that's for the niggas.
That's what I'm saying.
saying for if I would say to him, I'm going on a girls trip, he'd be like, okay,
That's not.
what
There's
do you
nothing
listen?
wrong. That's why I said that it depends on the
I
dynamics
just
of the
said
trip.
When I went
Because
to
I don't think
NOLA-
there's nothing wrong.
when I went to NOLA,
I remember.
Right, NOLA
is different.
Different.
Right? And I was from Essence Week, aka.
Yes.
Shout out to Uncle Clifford, though.
Shout out to Uncle Clifford.
Because my girl Shelly was in there having a good old time.
Listen, my aunt and my mom did not want to go with me to the strip club, and that's the only thing I wanted to go there to do. Fuck the concerts. I wanted to see the strip clubs. And I wanted to try the food. Nobody wanted to go with me. My aunt said, "Oh, my mom. Oh, Chris. Oh, your girl trying to go to the strip club." He said, "You don't know she went there for the Mercedes experience."
Yep.
Yo, like you said, it come down to knowing your partner. I know him to the point where I cannot cross certain lines. I cannot go to Mexico and take my titties out.
That is what I'm trying to say.
At a new resort.
Because you know that will get him upset.
Now I would if he wanted me to, but that's where he draws the line. You've experienced
that before.
Yes, that's where he draws the line.
It's lines that you have to know with your partner.
But it depends. If you're drawing too many lines, then I'm gonna feel restricted.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel confined. I feel like I can't be myself. I can't do nothing but be in my relationship.
I feel like when I disclose certain things about my relationship and our privacy and what we do to certain people, I feel like they're blown away. You would never think. I feel like you get more out of a person when you don't put those.
Yeah.
That's what I'm living. That's my reality. But at the same time, it's certain things that I'm just not jacking, and it's just not gonna go.
And that's your boundary.
That's your boundary.
And everyone is entitled to their boundaries.
Absolutely.
It's what keeps my relationship healthy. It's what keeps both of us happy, and it is what it is.
And go back to we're sitting here as 3 women and 3 different dynamics of these different spaces in our relationships, and they're all different. Yeah. So we can't expect every relationship is not the same. Every relationship go through phases. You're newly in your relationship. Like this is a fresh relationship. You about to get married.
Everybody feels like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna get married. It's a matter of just planning a date. That's like solidating it.
Yo, all I'm gonna see on Anna Instagram is my man.
You see that now? Like you see that now?
Oh my! I feel like I know his social security number right now.
Right, like that's serious.
I'm gonna take out me a Tarjay card. Like I need some bread.
So
that's hilarious.
So in summary, guys, I guess that privacy in committed relationships is dependent on the dynamic of your relationship. Everyone has different expectations. Everyone has different boundaries set. I think that you got to do what works for you.
That's it.
And I personally feel like every human deserves a certain degree of privacy, just to feel like you're human and to feel like no matter how much you get into a relationship or marriage, whatever, I feel like you need some sort of self to keep yourself grounded. But I do think that depending on the level of your relationship and the dynamic of your relationship really matters on where the privacy goes.
And your boundaries needs to be respected. And that discovering your level of privacy in your relationship.
And when you get your privacy, you gotta respect that.
And don't abuse it.
And don't abuse it.
Don't abuse it. Don't abuse it. Because if you abuse it,
you're gonna lose it.
There you go. All right, so guys, thank you for tuning in with us for this Get It Off Your Chest Wednesday. This was definitely a great episode. Shelly, thank you for coming on. Scorpio. Wait, hold on. Shout out to Also Scorpio. She has an entire creative business.
Yes.
She does wine glasses, custom wristlets, so many different things. Check. What's your Etsy store?
Okay. Don't go to my Etsy. No shade to Etsy, but they charge a lot of additional fees. But you can, but you can go to Crown Naray. That's CROWNNARAY.com for all of my stuff. And reach out to me through Instagram DM if you're looking for something super personalized. Maybe I could do it. Maybe
What's your IG handle?
Oh, Crown Me Naray. Do I need to spell it again? Mm-hmm. CROWNMENARY. Y'all got me on this wine. Like,
awesome. And follow myself on I am Miss Benan BENANNE __.
And follow me on JPie. That's JAE PY.
And of course, follow our beautiful platform, Guileless Intentions.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, keep it real
all the time.
Bye.
I had a good time.